This is the 6th episode of our southwestern Colorado and southeastern Utah fully electric RV trip. I will put a card above to a playlist of all of the episodes from this adventure. Last night, we enjoyed the fireworks show in Moab and camped out here at the Yellow Circle Road boondocking area just south of Moab, Utah. Today, we tow our trailer about 36 minutes north through Moab to drop off our trailer before we use the original main entrance to Arches National Park for some off-roading past the Willow Springs Dinosaur tracks to get into Arches. There, we do some kid-friendly hikes until we're too hot. Then we relocated our trailer to the Lone Mesa boondocking campground just north of Canyonlands National Park. This campsite is all right. It's definitely a beautiful bit of desert here near Moab, and it's a place to stay. But it doesn't have any immediate attractions near us, and we don't really intend to stay here for more than just last night. And the next thing we want to do is go up to Arches National Park, and it's about a 40-minute drive north of here, and we don't want to drive all the way there and then come back to get the trailer and then go all the way north again to go west of Moab. So we're just going to tow the trailer north with us about 40 minutes as we go through Moab, and since we're passing past a place that's for free dump for the RV and fresh water, we're going to go ahead and take care of that, even though our tanks are probably only about our fresh tank is only about half empty. And then we're going to just drop off the trailer at a place on the side of the highway, lock it up, and then we'll continue into Arches National Park. When we're done there, we're going to come out, get the trailer, and then we'll go west of Moab, close to where we were in a past trip, just north of Canyonlands National Park. We'll find a campsite there and stay there for the next 2 nights. So that's the agenda for today. Right now we're just making and eating breakfast and getting packed up, and once we are packed up, then we'll drive out of here. We're trying to hurry a little bit just because the longer we wait that day, the hotter the day is getting, as every day is hot this time of year. And we want to be able to hike in Arches a little bit, maybe not a ton because it will be hot, but the longer we wait, the hotter it'll be. So we're just trying to get out of here for that reason. It is now 7 a.m. and the battery is down to 56%. 64 inside and 65.5 outside. And we're getting 200 watts of solar already, and we have 500 watts of loads. They do have a fire pit here, but we didn't use it. It was kind of windy yesterday, and there were warnings about fire danger, and I'm not sure if it's explicitly disallowed. It just didn't seem prudent. Starlink has been working great. Hey, Lucy and Clara, how did you sleep last night?
Good.
How was the temperature?
Good.
It was good?
Yes.
Yeah, we left the trailer at 64 degrees, the mini split, the whole time we were away, and so when we came home, it was quite cold in here. And that's good, and it translates to colder in the back, but not quite as cold as in the front. So they were comfortable, and they slept a long time because we got to bed really late after those fireworks. Here's an update on my rug holder mechanism that I built before we left on this trip. It is holding up just great. You can see the metal brackets that come around the corner here, and then the screws, the bolts that go through the rug on each side. It has not moved at all, and normally this rug is migrating across the carpet every single time everyone steps in here, like half an inch. It's pretty ridiculous normally, and you can see it's catching a lot of dirt here and not moving, so I'm very pleased with that modification. We are heading off to the day's adventures now. It is now almost 9 a.m. and the battery's down to 49%, and we're getting 1100 watts of solar right now and almost no electrical consumption from the AC side. Are you excited to listen to the next book, girls?
Yeah.
What are you listening to? What book?
Indian in the Cupboard, last one.
What's it called?
Key to the Indian, I think.
The Key to the Indian?
Or the Key to the Cupboard.
And it's
I know it's the Indian.
number 5, right?
Yeah.
We are dumping our black and gray water tanks at a Maverick that has its free dump station. And then we're going to go over there to the other side, right there to the side of the building, and we're going to get some new fresh water. This is clearly a problematic spot that they have the freshwater fill here, and people just keep using this as parking. And even though it directly says right here, Maverick, no parking, potable water fill only. So I run my hose just like last time underneath the rig that's in my way and around over to my freshwater fill, which is on the far side of the trailer for some reason. And I've got my water meter on it, so I'll be able to report how much water we used over the last couple of days. And we put in 29.5 gallons, so that's how much we've used since we left Dolores, Colorado area.
I got a load of vegetables and I couldn't carry them all in one go. Wow, Dad! Wow and treble wow! You're brilliant!
We're stopping here at Klondike Bluffs Road because it's open BLM camping, and we're just going to leave the trailer here while we go on the Willow Springs Road up into Arches National Park. Willow Springs is now $15 a night camping, and I'm nervous just to park the trailer there, even if it's just for a few hours during the day in case some ranger thinks we should pay a fee or something. So this is only a few minutes past. We're going to just unload the trailer here and then go with the truck into the park. Here in the trailer right now, it's 83.7 degrees inside and 90.5 outside. And I'm going to go ahead and just turn on the mini split, and we'll leave it at the 64 degrees we normally have it at. And looking at the battery, we're at 66% on it. We're getting 1600 watts of solar, and our electrical consumption has barely started jumping up from the AC. And it is currently 10:22 a.m. Also, while we're here, we're getting lunch put together for our hike, and then we also have dinner that Jessica's putting on in the crock pot, and so that'll be cooking while we're away. It's been 1.5 years since I installed this solar electrical system and mini split in our trailer, and this is by far the hottest weather we've ever camped in. For that reason, I'm paying extra attention to how well the mini split can cool our trailer, and how well the solar panels can not only power the mini split, which is cooling the trailer, with up to about a 35-degree difference Fahrenheit in temperature between the inside and outside, but also whether or not the trailer batteries are also recharged throughout the day. When I was designing this trailer and asking questions in online forums, there were a few other people building out systems like mine, but the vast majority of people told me that it was either impossible or that to have a fully air-conditioned RV powered by solar panels would cost more than $30,000 or thereabouts. I've posted a video covering the costs of my RV retrofit, which I'll link to in a card above and in the description below, but in short, it cost me about half that, and it does a wonderful job making the trailer an oasis in the desert. We're at the Willow Springs Dinosaur tracks. We've never been here before, so we're going to go up this short little trail and check it out. These people are from Alaska, and these people are from Texas, and apparently they are fancy. Footprints in the shores of time.
No footprints.
Over this way, somewhere.
I found a print right here.
Oh.
What kind of print?
A dinosaur print.
You're right. That is. And then look, you can see if we go this direction, there's another one right there. And then over this way, there's another one. And this is the last one, and then they go off. So they're not very obvious, slight depressions, but I can kind of see that you can tell they're dinosaur tracks. Over here, footprints in the shores of time. It's an information plaque that I'll let you read if you want. You can just pause the video. Interestingly, the road we're on right now, Willow Springs Road, was actually the original entrance into Arches National Park. When this area was first protected as a national monument back in 1929, this was the main way visitors got in. For nearly 30 years, travelers would turn off of the highway onto this rugged route, past balanced rock, and head straight into the heart of the park. It wasn't until 1958 that the National Park Service built the current main paved entrance that almost everyone uses today. The National Park Service has experimented on and off several years with a timed entry system to control congestion in the park. However, the timed entry requirement only applies to the main entrance, not to this old entrance. So if, like us, you're ever coming through this area in a capable vehicle and you don't want to participate in that system, then just come in this way. It does add extra time, but it's a great adventure too. In our case, we don't off-road much, but I'd like to get more into it in the future. This is the entrance to Arches National Park, and there's a gate here forcing us to go narrow. And the rock here is pretty pronounced. I didn't hear any scratches or anything, but you can see it's like right up against the step up on the truck. But we're at the lowest point, so we're going to go up from here. We should be able to get over that no problem, but I just got out to check the ground clearance for future reference. It's real close, so definitely have to have pretty high clearance to get through this obstacle. Yeah, you can see right there, you can see light through it, so I'm just barely kissing the rock right there with this Ford F-250. The road has opened up a bit here. We're not doing the bouldering as much anymore, and it's kind of cool seeing the rock formations ahead of us just kind of are surrounded by greenery on either side. And that is Arches National Park in front of us. Right now it is 1.6 miles away. I recommend airing down your tires appropriately to make the ride more comfortable, but in our case, we didn't have a good fast air pump to air the tires back up afterwards, so I left them at full pressure. Airing down the tires on this trail is just a comfort thing because a lot of the trail is bumpy rock, and we didn't have any traction issues driving through it. If you do this, make sure you have a National Parks Pass with you because we're not going through where you can pay. So you need to be able to just hang that in your rearview mirror and already have it in hand. Really, in the main part of Arches National Park, the turnoff is just 0.1 miles. But you can see right there, there's balancing rock. So yeah, this works as an entrance into Arches National Park from a four-wheeling trail. And we were able to get through it in our Ford F-250. It was real close at a couple of points, but we got through it. And here we are. We've parked here at the parking lot right out from the road we came in on. Balanced rock is right there. We're gonna go hiking over to it. Cute thing. You having fun yet, James?
He's just riding on that.
We are taking a quick break in the shade of this rock and looking out across balanced rock while we eat our lunch. Hey James, are you a little fiber baby? We've hiked all the way to the base of Balanced Rock. We got some pictures there on the base of it, as close up as we could get. And now we're going to do the short little hike or walk, we'll call it, on this trail that we came up on, and the truck is right over that way. So we're going to head back to the truck now and keep going and looking at sights. And from here you can actually see the gravel road that we came in on right there, the Willow Springs Road. We are now at the Sand Dune Arch Trail, and it's very short, I believe. I am still looking up the information on it. We're actually planning on going right over here. So yeah, it's 0.1 miles, very short. So we'll see what's there. I'm not sure, we've never been here before, so we're just exploring. You excited, Lydia?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun little hike, huh? Really short. 1/10 of a mile, that's all. You wanna hold it? Let it hit it, okay? Girls, are you having fun on this trip?
Yeah.
Yeah? Excellent.
I feel like we've been not at home for 1 month. It feels so long.
Well, and so think about this. Today's Wednesday, and we left home on Thursday morning, I think it was. Yeah, it was. So after today, we'll have been gone for a full week. But that's all, just a week.
That first night we camped feels like so long ago.
Yeah. It was almost a week ago. And we've done a lot of things in that time. That's one reason why it feels like it was so long ago.
Grab my hand. Grab my hand, Claire.
Thanks for helping, Lucy. Here's a fun narrow spot in the trail where you can go above or below. And there's so many people here, it's probably best to do both. This is a fun area, really a lot of sand and surrounded by tall pillars of rock. The girls are constantly seeking out the shade. Girls, what have we found here? A slot cave, and it's several degrees cooler than outside and not in the sun, so it's way cooler. Yeah, we can go way back. The girls can go farther than I can because it gets really narrow.
You come in, Dad.
All right, I can actually feel a marked decrease in the temperature immediately upon stepping in here. This is like a cave in here. It's pretty cool.
This is the furthest I can get, and it's so cool.
Yeah, it's nice and cool in here. It feels like the air conditioning is on, huh?
I could feel the temperature going down.
Yeah, it feels great.
Oh my goodness, the sand.
Uh-huh.
It feels too great.
Feels too great.
Lucy, get on and let me have a kind of see if I can go fall.
James is having a great time, huh, James?
Yeah, I was
And now James wants to go into the end.
the youngest to old. You're the oldest. James, come on. You can fit more, I know. I'm bigger than you.
Alright, don't force him. Don't force him. He's getting scared.
Woo! He's getting me scared, baby.
Okay, let James pass. He wants out.
No, don't. He's the prince. He's the prince.
I took off my backpack so that I could fit in here with the girls.
Dad, James
And
is coming.
oh, okay.
He's just coming in. Scooch. Stop. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Let's see how far he can go.
Hey James, you made it.
Good start. Dad, move. Let James get in.
All right. Well, we're kind of all crammed in here. Did you step on something, Lydia? Oh, a little needle from a cactus, it looks like.
I got
Is there a cactus back there, maybe?
I don't know.
Look what I found. Beep, beep, beep.
Cutie pie.
I stepped on this.
Oh, you Everyone's got one.
Huh?
Supposedly there's an arch here. I think it's right through this corridor. I can see some people climbing over there.
You're walking in sand.
Yeah. This is really deep, soft sand. You're silly. Oh, here's the arch, girls. We've made it to the arch, and this is a much smaller one than many of them in the area. But they're not kidding about the sand part of the name. The sand is hot. We're gonna head in here for some shade while we take a drink. It's not as deep of a cave as the last one, but it's some shade. You silly goose. Is the sand cool?
I need a drink.
How about, can I have a drink, please?
Can I have a drink, please?
We're now at the Skyline Arch Trail, and we're gonna go check it out. Looks like it is a short hike, 0.2 miles. And we're gonna go up that way, and you can actually see the arch right there. If I had to gander a guess of the temperature right now, it's probably hovering right around 100 degrees. It could be a few higher, a few lower, but that's actually what it was last time we were at the truck. And so we're just doing the shortest hikes because of the heat. And so far the kids are doing just fine. Whenever we find some shady spots, or in like the last place there were those shady slots between the rocks with all the sand, they were quite enjoying that. We all were able to cool down nicely. This is the Skyline Arch here. Is the view any better?
I mean, you're a little taller.
Yeah, I can see why it's called the Skyline Arch. You can only see sky through it. We are at the end of the Skyline Arch Trail, and it brings us to right here beneath it. You can actually not even see it as well because we're so close to it. There's a bunch of giant boulders up here to climb on, and the kids are right over here around the corner in the shade. They just went straight to the shade. Hey girls.
And then a branch broke right when they took a picture, and it had like 2 or 3 kids on it. So they fell and crashed to the earth, and everyone was so concerned about them. And then I was really sad because part of the branch flew and hit me in the face, and I had a cut and I was bleeding. And no one paid attention to me. And they just were worried about the kids that fell out of the tree.
According to the truck's temperature gauge right there, it shows that it's 99 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and it's 2:39 p.m. We are checking out the campground here just out of curiosity. It looks extraordinarily hot. It does not look like they have any connections, electricity for instance, for air conditioning, but it has a very stunning backdrop, no doubt, and it has water. That's important. That's a unique trailer right there. It has a tent on top of it. We've arrived at the Devil's Garden parking area, and it's kind of a loop, and there are multiple trails to do in here, but we're pretty much done for the day, so we're gonna save this last part of Arches for our next trip that we'll do here someday in the future, probably. So right now we're gonna head on out of the park. This area near the campground is the Devil's Garden Trail, which is the end of the drive at this end of Arches National Park. We had a beautiful view of the scenery all the way back out of the park through the main entrance and back to our trailer, which was about 30 miles or 45 minutes away. Everyone is asleep. A lot of people got a nap just now. We just arrived back at our trailer. I'm gonna go check on the battery state of charge and the temperatures and everything, and then we're gonna hitch up and head to our next campsite. It is 66.9 degrees inside and 98.8 degrees outside. And then looking at the battery, it did get up to 100% by now. It is currently 3:30 p.m. and we're getting 1100 watts of solar, which is just enough to supply the needs of the mini split, which is currently 900 watts. Also, since we are traveling while the crock pot is still cooking, I've used a ratchet strap to ratchet it to the countertop right here so that it'll stay put, not spill. The lid is locked on, and make sure no ratchet straps are going to melt. They're touching the outside, it's kind of hot. So we're going to head to our new campsite now. The Lone Mesa campground is a free boondocking area that is on an outcropping with excellent views, to the degree that I'm amazed it's not a fee area. We've stayed here once before, and I'll put a card above and a link in the description to the video where we stayed here last. It was far more crowded that time, since we were here in the prime time of October at that time. This time it was crazy hot, so similar to the Valley of the Gods, there was nobody else camped here. There were 2 trailers, but nobody came to visit them while we were there. This is unfortunately way too common here and elsewhere in Utah, where people drop off their trailers in the spring, saving the best campsites selfishly for themselves all summer. I really wish BLM had more personnel to tow these rigs out after the limit of 14 days. We are set up at our new campsite here, and look at this, somebody left us a heart with 2 cairns on either side of it. So coming into the trailer, we turned on the mini split as soon as we got here, and since it wasn't a hot soaked trailer, it's already at 82.8 on the inside. We're here in the sun, and it's 94.5 outside here right now. And of course the battery is still at 100%. We're getting 1300 watts of solar, powering 1200 or 1000 watts or so of the trailer, and that's mostly the mini split right now. The Victron Monitoring Portal shows the electrical system of our trailer for this day of the trip, and you can see that this is while we were hiking in Arches, and the energy production from the solar is this orange bar, and it was quite high as the solar was ramping up for the day. And then these red bars are the energy consumption each of those hours, and the air conditioner was left on, so you can see that the mini split was actually consuming about 720 watts continuously, or you can see here 0.72 kilowatt hours per hour, and that varied of course a little bit. And then we got back to the trailer at 3:30, so that was during this hour right here, and the graph dropped off because the battery filled up, and then we moved the trailer, so the energy consumption dropped off because it took us about 20 minutes to drive from where the trailer was to our new campsite, and so we left the mini split off for that time frame. But then here the energy consumption jumps up a lot again. In fact, it's more than it was over here when it was just maintaining the temperature, because here it was having to pull the temperature back down again from when it had been left off the prior hour. And so that energy consumption still spiked even more, probably because we were preparing dinner and using other components in the trailer at that time. And then the solar production and energy production dropped off as we reduced the amount of electricity we were consuming, and the sun is setting, so the mini split isn't using as much electricity to cool down the trailer, and the solar is going down as well, of course. Another spike down here for whatever reason, and then it dropped off for the remainder of the day. And so the total consumption for the day was 14 kilowatt hours, and the solar production was 16.3, which would have been higher, of course, if the batteries had not filled up completely at some point during the day. The crockpot rode just fine in this spot. It held it there, the strap, and I had it coming off the sink right there, and then there's a piece of wood here that's from where the propane oven and stove that was here previously was mounted to. And I usually put this board here and kind of finishes this counter right here like that, and for this purpose I just took it out of the way so I could use those pieces of wood there. So we're going to undo the ratchet strap now, finish making dinner, and we're going to eat dinner. Right now it is 4:23 p.m. Hey girls, what are you eating for dinner?
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo? Is it delicious? It smells delicious. And bread? Cheesy bread?
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread. Thanks for dinner, Jess.
Lassie for dinner, Mom.
James loves it too.
Yep.
Lassie for dinner.
Must be good. It's a great view out the window, girls. Look at that. That is great.
Broccoli. Broccoli.
As an update on the trailer, we're down to 95% on the battery, and we're still charging at 239 watts right now. We're getting almost 1,500 watts of solar, and the mini split mostly is what's on, and it's pulling 1,000 watts. It is 5:12 p.m. right now, and the temperatures are 74.8 degrees inside and 95.4 degrees outside. Now keep in mind, that's the temperature of where this device is located, and it's in the sun. When I'm standing right here, it feels more like 65 degrees. It's quite nice. It's currently 6:49 to almost 7 p.m. The battery is down to 90%. We're getting 700 watts of solar. We're using up 1,100 watts of electricity on probably the mini split, and we're just here playing games in the nice cool trailer. Outside it's still 97 degrees, and inside it's 71.1 now. I went on a little exploratory jaunt with the girls to another boondocking location nearby, and that right there is our trailer, and this is where we are located. So this is also a very viable option, and we will come here again someday, most likely, especially because where we just came from is smaller and more crowded, and this is a more expansive area. It's another, I think, 1.3 or so miles past up there, and so that makes it a longer drive on a rough gravel road, but there's a lot more space. And as you can see, there's fun little offshoots that are more secluded, assuming they're not taken. Those are good camp spots. And then over here there's also several open areas between trees that could accommodate a variety of rigs. And what's also fun about it is it's adjacent to this rocky area, which is fun for the kids to explore. And there's a lot of sand around here as well, which the kids always love to play in. Now you got to make sure not to get your rig stuck in the sand over here in this direction. It looks more firm and less likely to get stuck over here amongst these trees. And then of course all of these campsites, people could walk over here to where this slick rock is. So just a note here in case you're curious. Now that the weather had cooled off, the kids had a grand time playing in the area around the trailer after our little exploration drive that I just showed you. I hope this campsite stays open, free boondocking long term, because like many other places we've camped like this, they are so much better than an established campground, as long as people don't make a mess of them and get them closed down. Here's my last update for the night. It is currently 8:12 p.m. We're down to 84% on the battery. Only getting 74 watts of solar right now, so virtually nothing. We're still burning 627 watts, mostly on the mini split air conditioning, but that amount will reduce as the night progresses and it gets cooler outside. The inside temperature is 68.4 and the outside is 91.8. And right now, the sun is about to set, and I just started a time lapse going, and I'll leave that going all night. So I'll show you that now.